everyone, welcome back to the Coding Studio. Today we'll learn how to use and create the button of the tkinter library. For that you need to create a project. We have already created the tkinter project, and right click on your project and create a new Python file. We name it button and then enter. The first thing you need to do is to import the tkinter library. From tkinter, import all. Now that we have imported the tkinter library, we need to make or create a window, and we name the window root, which is equals to the tk. The tk class is our window, and after that we need to set the main loop to our window, root dot main loop. And after that, let's run our application. As you can see, the window is displaying in here. And we need to set the height and weight for our root window, root dot geometry, a weight of 600 and also a height of 300. And now let's create an object of the button. For that we will create a button object with the name of btn, which is equals to button, and we need to tell the button that it should display inside the root window, and we need to pass the master window root, and the text of the button would be click me. And now we need to position or display inside this button inside the root window. For that we need to use the pack layout manager, or you can use the GUI or the place layout manager, and layout manager that you want. Button.pack. Now let's run our application. As you can see, our button is displaying in here. And now let's check out some attributes of the button. First thing we will check is the background. We need to change the background of the button. For that, bg equals to, we give a color for our background, for our button background, and we give a background color of blue. And we also change the foreground color of the button. And for that we say fg, which stands for the foreground, equals to, we give a foreground of white. Now let's run our application. As you can see, the background and foreground of our button is changed. And also, if you want to give a border to our button, we can use the bd attribute, bd, which is equals to maybe a 5 pixel b border. As you can see, there's a 5 pixel border on our button. If you want to change the display style of your button, we can use the relief attribute, which is equals to, we change it to sunken. Now let's run our application. As you can see, the display style of our button is changed. And the last thing we need to cover is to add the event listener to our button. For that we will create a label, and when we click to the button, we change the text of the label. We will create a label object with the name of lbl, which is equals to label, and we will display it inside the root window, and we give a text of hello world, and we will pack the label.pack, which ensure that our label displays inside the root window. And now if we run our application, as you can see, the label is displaying above the button. And for adding event listener to our button, there is an attribute command. We need to add command to our button in order to add or handle the events or click events of our button. We may call the click function. Now that we have called the click function, it giving an error that this click function is not defined or unresolved. For that, what we need to do is to define this method, and now the error is gone. Now in order to change the text label of the text of the label, what we need to do is label.config, and in here we check and change the text of the label. Text equals to from hello world to hello Python, Now let's run our application. And when I click on the click me, the text of the label from change from hello python to hello world to hello python. And that's all for now.